Hey guys, Mike from CCTV Camera Pros here. I'm at my house doing some more testing with our Viewtron IP camera to HDMI decoder box. You could see it back there behind me on that nightstand, and I have it connected to that TV in my family room. And in my last video, I showed you how to connect a single IP camera that was connected to my NVR here to this TV for a continuous live video display of just that single camera. But the Viewtron IP camera to decoder box supports up to 4 RTSP streams. So I was playing around with it more, and I connected 2 of the 180-degree IP cameras that I have installed in my house here. And something that's interesting that I found that I wanted to share in this video was, with a 2-camera view, the aspect ratio of a standard HD security camera would get distorted because you'd have to stretch it out to fill the whole screen. And we've seen this for years with our CCTV video multiplexers, which also provide a live video display solution for TVs for coax cameras. But what's interesting with our Viewtron 180-degree cameras is on the decoder box, you can stretch the screen of each of the cameras to go full screen. And because these 180 cameras have a much wider natural aspect ratio, the stretched out picture that you can make of 2 IP cameras, 2 180 cameras, looks great. Actually, I did a 3-camera view as well. So in this video, I want to show you how to set up more than 1 camera on the IP decoder box, and then show you how to go into the user interface and change the standard 16:9 aspect ratios for each of the camera views. You can stretch them out and you can organize them any way you want on the screen. So let's log into the decoder box, and I'll show you how it displays by default for a 2-camera view and a 3-camera view. And then I'll show you how you can go into the settings and change the layout and aspect ratios to customize it. To set up a 2-camera live view on the IP decoder, log into the IP decoder through a web browser, then click on the Stream Address Setting link on the left navigation menu. On the RTSP Stream Address Settings screen, you could select 1, 2, 3, or 4 for the number of video streams of the cameras that you want to display. After you select this and enter the RTSP stream URL for each IP camera or DVR channel, click on the Apply button. Next, click on the channel layout link under the advanced settings on the left. You can see here that the default 2-camera layout is side by side with the standard 16:9 aspect ratio for each security camera. This is what the default 2-camera layout looks like on my TV. However, both of these cameras are the Viewtron 180-degree IP camera model, so the true aspect ratio is much wider naturally. So I will go back into the display settings of the Viewtron IP decoder to create a custom video channel layout by selecting Enable in the drop-down box, then clicking and dragging each camera to fill the full width of the TV. And I stack the cameras displayed one on top of each other instead of the default side-by-side layout. After I click Apply, this is what the new live display of the 2 180-degree security cameras looks like on my TV. If these were standard 16:9 aspect ratio security cameras, the image would be much more stretched out and distorted, but with the Viewtron 180 cameras, this 2-camera layout works very well. I also want to show you what the 3-camera layout looks like by default on the TV screen. You can see it here with the 3 cameras displayed in 16:9 aspect ratio. Camera number 1 is one of the Viewtron 180 cameras, so I'm going to go back into the decoder settings and modify the layout and stretch the width of the 180 camera across the entire width of the screen. The other 2 IP cameras are 16:9 aspect ratio. They are not 180 cameras. This is the 3-camera display with the 180 camera stretched on top. And of course, the default 4-camera grid view that the IP decoder box supports looks nice as well, with all cameras in a 16:9 aspect ratio. And last, we may as well show you the full screen single security camera view that is supported by the IP decoder box. Guys, I hope this video has been helpful in explaining the versatility of the Viewtron IP camera to decoder box. I want to mention a few things before we wrap up. Although we refer it to as an IP camera to HDMI decoder, it actually works with CCTV cameras as well, because our Viewtron hybrid DVRs and our Viewtron IP camera NVRs, they both output RTSP streams for each of the cameras that are connected to it. And RTSP is what the decoder box uses to consume the video and then transform it into an HDMI signal. So while I have my IP cameras here at my house connected to a Viewtron NVR, and I'm accessing the RTSP streams from the NVR, if I had CCTV cameras hardwired here using coax cameras to one of our Viewtron BNC DVRs, you could do this same thing. In addition, if you want to display more than 4 cameras, you can add one of our Viewtron HDMI to IP encoder boxes to use in conjunction with this. And what you do is you connect that to the HDMI output of the Viewtron recorder, and you send that entire HDMI signal over the network to the decoder box, which brings me to another point I didn't mention. This TV is located nowhere near where my IP cameras connect to the NVR. That's on the complete other side of the house in a closet. This communication is all happening over the IP network here at the house. So you can have one or more TVs located anywhere at your house or business to display one or more live views of your security cameras anywhere on site where you have a network connection. Last, in a few weeks, we are coming out with a wireless IP to HDMI module. So if you don't have a hardwired connection by your TV, you'll be able to use the wireless version of our IP to HDMI decoder, so you don't have to have a hardwired connection by your TV. Guys, if you have any questions about anything related to this product or anything related to security cameras for home, business, or government, you can email me anytime at mike@viewtron.com. If you want to learn more about the IP to HDMI decoder or the HDMI to IP encoder, and we have a bundled product that you could buy both, please visit www.viewtron.com/IPTV. Thank you for watching.